Good morning, everybody. Isn't this a great day in the neighborhood? And excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, but nothing was going to deter me from being out here today. I'm delighted to be here with, where's John? Come on, John, you got to come up here, man. John Stokes and Bridget and, you know, the folks from DPR, June Locker. Where's June? There she is. Of course, who's from DGS. Representing Brian Hanlon today. I guess this is the day before a holiday, huh? By the way, for those who follow baseball, we're not out of the playoffs yet, okay? Played well last night, 9-0. Won the night before that, swept the Marlins, which is arguably one of the worst teams in the league, but that's okay. You got to win those games. I want to welcome our A&C commissioners who are here with us. I want to welcome the principal, Natasha James, who we just had a great animated conversation about professional football. She's from Buffalo, and we're not going to hold that against her, all right? They've fallen upon hard times. You know, this is yet another example of what we're able to do with our city. We set out now, I guess, just about a year ago. Well, we said about June of 2012 that we were going to do 8 playgrounds. And by the time we got to the end of the fiscal year, last September, not even a year ago yet, we found enough money to do 32 playgrounds in the city. And DPR, Jesus Aguirre, who's not able to be with us today, and Bridget and John and the team over there set out in an aggressive effort to work with our communities to make sure that whatever we did in each one of these communities reflected the sentiments and the wishes and the goals and the desires of the people who live in our communities. And this is the 10th ribbon cutting today of the 32, so we've got 22 more to go on this wave of playgrounds that have been done. And we just did the groundbreaking on this in May, I think it was, 3 or 4 months ago. Isn't this incredible, what has been done in just a short period of time? You know, we have, for those who don't know, we have 78 playgrounds. We have 68 recreation centers. We have 40 pools. You know, we have 40 pools now in the city. And we just added another pool at Dunbar. We're adding one. I don't think it's finished yet at Cardozo, is it yet? But it's on its way. And we have about 1,000 acres of green space in the inventory of DPR. The fact of the matter is, and I'm a homie, I don't mind it, you know, owning up to that. We got it going on in the District of Columbia, you all. We got it going on. Anyway, I'm happy to be back here at Fort Greble to be able to cut the ribbon. You know, groundbreakings are nice, but it's always wonderful to come back and be able to cut the ribbon so that we can start to use, I guess we already have started to use, the facilities here. This is the second renovation that we've done. We did Fort Stanton. How many of y'all have seen Fort Stanton? Mm-hmm. Fort Stanton is fantastic. It is like a campus down there. It's got the pool, it's got the rec center, it's got the fields, it's got everything at Fort Stanton. You know, and we said we were going to make sure that we had a level playing field. People often ask me, what does one city mean? And everybody has their own view. There's some people who think that one city, or at least what they think I mean, is that everybody will get along well with one another. Well, of course that's not the case, because I'm you know, wise enough to know that's not going to happen. It doesn't have to happen. But what it does mean is that irrespective of where you live, you should have the same opportunities as anybody else. And we know that the east end of this city oftentimes has not gotten the same opportunities as other areas, and we're working hard now to make sure that we level out that playing field. Our One City Action Plan, with which a number of you are familiar, sets out goals and strategies to talk about exactly what we're doing now. And we have used the plan, which came from a citizen summit where we had a couple thousand people who came, 500 people online. People expressed their sentiments, and not to engage in an exercise in futility and frustration. What I wanted to make sure was whatever we decided to do, we then could demonstrate we were actually getting those things done. And this is yet another example of that. You'll be happy to know that the American College of Sports Medicine announced its report. Everybody reads that report, don't they? Right. Would anybody who's actually read that report please raise their hand? Thank you for being truthful. It is a report that is worth reading, and in particular, one of the reasons for it is that they just announced the health and community fitness status of the 50 largest metropolitan areas in the nation. The 50 largest, all right? And guess where we ranked? We are number 2 in the nation at this point. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am so competitive that we're searching out who number 1 is, and we're serving notice. Who is number 1, John? Do you know?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Okay. Well, they actually do have some good programs in Minneapolis, but let it be known today, Minneapolis, we are coming for you. Okay. And by this time next year, we will no longer be number 2. We will be what?
Number 1.
Absolutely. All right. So in any event, the Fort Greble Playground follows a theme of individuality that we've adopted with the work that we've done on the playgrounds. And this one has a theme of Civil War history. And I hope that you all will go about and see how we have captured that, how the developers, the contractors, et cetera, have captured that. Just so you know what we have here, we have a new green roof pavilion. That would be the green roof pavilion, right? Which also keeps the sun off of you on a day like today. We have a new extensive stormwater management system. We have something called a Pebble Flex safety surface. Everybody knows what that is, right? I'm gonna let John and Bridget tell y'all what that is, okay? We have an artificial turf, which is wonderful to be able to add. It really is great for management and durability and all that sort of stuff. We have a new splash pad. We have ADA accessible equipment. And by the way, for those of you all who have not been to Rosedale yet, everybody know where Rosedale is? Near 17th and Benning Road. You need to go there because I think it is probably the most ADA accessible playground in the nation at this stage. It has a theme of monuments, you know, the National Capitol. I guess it has the Capitol, it has the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and others there. But everything is ADA accessible, including certain heights for people who may use wheelchairs for mobility. And this is also ADA accessible. We have new picnic tables, new barbecue grills, a new parking lot with reinforced turf. We have an outdoor classroom. And how about the basketball courts? Aren't they nice? Yeah. So if you want to shoot a few hoops before you go, you're welcome to do that. Got bleachers for people who are here to see games or people who are here just to sit and wait until the opportunity to play. And then we, at the request of the residents in the community, we painted the facility as well. And that looks nice also. So in any event, I'm glad to be back to be able to do this today. And I want to start with our elected officials who are here with us today. Commissioner Jay Lee, who was with us when we kicked this off a few months ago, and Commissioner Dyson was not able to be with us that day, right, Commissioner?
I think that was reverse area, but
Was it Jay that wasn't here?
Yes.
I came late.
Oh,
I was late.
I'm just checking to make sure they're paying attention, okay? You know, they're always ready. They're always on it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna, since you came late last time, that means you get to go second this time. First of all, we're gonna hear from Commissioner Dyson, and I apologize, Commissioner Dyson. I should have known that right off the top. So you're gonna be the first speaker here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to welcome everyone to Fort Greble Park. I am so excited that it's finally ready and open. We had our soft opening last week, and I was up here every day with Commissioner Lee and monitoring the park, having the children play. They were so elated of everything, all the equipment, the new courts, from the green roof to the community garden, which is a big plus all of the elders are ready to plant their greens this fall. So we can't wait on that. But I just want to thank you so much for the community, Mayor, DGS, all family and friends, and just the community in itself. We need this, we wanted it, and we got it. Thanks a lot.
Good morning. This is certainly a great day. I'd like to thank our mayor for making this possible and doing the diligence along with DPR. We have Lucky here. Lucky, can you raise your hands? Good. We also have Big Mama's Daycare. Ronnie Hall, if you can raise your hand, he's all the way in the back. Big Mama's Daycare, he's the green shirt guy. We have Bald Eagle Recreation Center in the facility, but we do use a lot of, we have a lot of children that come and use the park here. And one thing I know, ladies and gentlemen, is kids spells love T-I-M-E, time. And this is a great start to in a right direction and making sure that this community is spending as much time as possible with our children and educating them and teach them how to recreate not only their abilities and talents, but their mindset as well. So this is certainly a great day. The park is beautiful. Also, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to go ahead and put a bid in right now. There's a path right in the back here. That path can go back to Bald Eagle, from Bald Eagle right out to the National Harbor. And Commissioner Dyson said that we are working on having that redeveloped. So we're very excited.
Yeah, we've already
Yes, I greatly appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to many, many great things to come after this development. So thank you all very much.
All right, the folks who have been on this journey with me, or me with them, one or the other, when we made the commitment to do this, in fact, when we said we'd do 32 playgrounds, people looked at us, you know, as if we were nuts. And we said we'd do it within a year, and we're going to finish this. We've got 22 more to go. They're close to finish too, right? You know what the problem is going to be is keeping up with the ceremonies to dedicate these facilities. That's going to be the problem. Again, our DPR director, who does such a great job, is unable to be with us today because he's off as a part of a training program. But he has two of his staff, and I'm going to ask them to speak on his behalf today. Bridget Stesney is responsible for a lot of stuff. And she's now responsible for the, I'll call it the long-range plan, which I hope you all have participated in. It's a strategic plan to really figure out how we want to continue to develop our recreational services and facilities here in the city. And John Stokes is all things to everybody. So I'm going to ask the two of them if they would come up, speak on behalf of DPR, and please give them a big hand for doing a great job and helping us get where we are today.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Congratulations. On behalf of DPR and our director, Jesus Aguirre, we are so excited to be here and celebrate with you today. I have to take a few minutes, and I'll be very brief and thank a few folks. First, of course, Mayor Gray, we want to thank you for your leadership and support. Play DC is an amazing initiative that's really transforming communities across the city, and so thank you for letting us work on that. A special thanks to this community. You have been an amazing collaborative partner through this process. This was your vision that we got to implement, so thank you. Special thanks to Commissioners Dyson and Lee for your support and for being such great advocates for your park. Of course, our partners at DGS made it a reality, so many folks there, Director Hanlon, June Locker, Avon Wilson, Marcos Miranda, Saneth, MD, so thanks to all of you. HRGM and Anita and her family, you are an amazing partner, and thank you. It was a challenge, but it's amazing. So thank you. This play equipment is truly unique and designed just for this park. It's one of a kind. I hope you go to the backside of the hill and see the more equipment there. So thank you to Landscape Structures, Custom Park Services, and Sparks at Play for coming together to create the equipment you see. And last but not least, DPR has an amazing Play DC team. So Ella Faulkner from our team was our project manager. Stacy West and Brent Cisco are also working at many other playgrounds across the city. So I have to tell you that this was our interpretation of a vision to celebrate the history of this park and to make it a true resource for this community. And we were so excited to do that because it aligned so well with the Play DC initiative to create places that were inclusive for all ages, all abilities, and for entire communities to come together. So we were so excited to do that. I just have to point out a few of my favorite features. So this lunette, which is supposed to mimic a Civil War fort, is here with the play equipment wrapped in. It's really exciting and challenging. That slide is amazing, so make sure you check it out. There was a contraband camp here at one time, and so our splash pad reflects that. The community garden is possible through the Mayor's Sustainable DC initiative, which is back over there. If you'd like to be involved, Josh Singer and Xavier Brown from the DPR team are here in the crowd. So they're back there. So if you'd like to be involved in the garden, please try to find them today and they can help you. So as you can see, there's so much to explore and it's going to be a lot of fun, and thank you and congratulations.
I think Bridget said it all. I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. I also want to thank Councilmember Barry's staff. I see them out here in the audience as well. He's been a great support. Again, thank Mayor Gray. I'd like to thank my team, Rachel Newman, Michelle Phipps, who's new to our team, who's really just helping us with all these ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings, and the mayor's keeping us really busy, but we like to be busy, so we thank you all.
Thank you, John. You know, DGS is an agency that isn't even 2 years old at this stage. As a matter of fact, I think today or tomorrow it'll be 23 months old. It started on October 1st of 2011, when one of the things I actually wanted to do, and it was affirmed by those who were at the Citizen Summit, we wanted to try to bring all of our construction and maintenance efforts under one umbrella. DPR was doing its own thing, MPD was doing its own thing, Fire and Emergency Medical Services, and there was a separate entity for schools. We probably had 5 or 6 different organizations within the government that was responsible for construction. One, we didn't know whether we were getting the best prices or not. We didn't know whether we were getting the best quality or not. We really didn't know that we were getting the most efficient use of our dollars here in the city. So we decided to create the Department of General Services, and they are now working all across the government on projects like this, anywhere from a playground like this to schools. They are managing the new Ballou, which is being constructed now, will be ready for next school year. The modernization of Cardozo, which was just completed. The pool is still being worked on. The construction of Dunbar High School. And we've put over $100 million into those schools, and these playgrounds, we put a lot, we put whatever was required to realize the vision that the community had for these playgrounds. So I say that simply to say how proud I am of what they've done. The leadership of Brian Hanlon, who has helped us. You know, it's one of those things where you assemble a bicycle and ride it at the same time, because we didn't have time to take months and months and months to create the agency because we had too much work to do. So they've continued to refine the creation of the agency as they have done the work that is so visible in the city, because it is construction work. Again, Brian is not able to be with us today, but June, who's been with us on so many occasions as we've broken ground or cut the ribbons on these projects, is with us here today. So please welcome June Locker.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I can't believe that it's Labor Day, almost Labor Day already. We were just here. I feel like we were just a couple days ago doing the school or the playground, the pool openings, and now school's back in session. We are, you know, fall is here, but football season's here also, so that's exciting. Anyway, so Director Hanlon unfortunately couldn't be here today, but he brings his congratulations and thanks to everyone who worked on this project, especially to Mayor Gray, who, with his vision of a one city and his support for the Play DC projects, we were able to be here today. Also to DPR and all of our counterparts over there with Bridget and Jesus and Ella and everybody. We really appreciate their help, and the commissioner and the community especially, who is involved in all of the different elements. We really appreciate all of your help in this effort. playgrounds and recreation centers often serves as hubs for communities, so we were very excited to modernize this playground with new landscape features, play equipment, and site amenities. One of the fun facts that I just found out this morning is that the green roof that we have above the pavilion has 35 plants per 2 square feet of roof. So that's pretty impressive. So what's the actual square footage of roof? We'd have to do that calculation, but there's a lot of plants up there. The other thing that is interesting is that we would have to have 3 weeks of hot weather over 90 degrees and no rain before we would have to get some water up there. So that's, we try to design things that are low maintenance and make sense. We've already talked about a lot of the play features, so I would just want to be brief and so everyone can kind of go and check out the different cool features and play a little bit. One of the things that DGS does is always thoughtful and is part of our mission is economic inclusion. So I just wanted to highlight a few things on this project. We were able to have 30% of the site workers were district residents, which is very impressive. 65% of the district residents' hours were worked in residence in wards 7 and 8. HRGM had 14 new DC residents hires on this project. And then there was a total of 10 CBE firms that worked on this project. So I think that we worked really hard, and we really appreciate our partners who also understand how important the economic inclusion goals are on all of our projects. So again, thank you again for all your help and support, and enjoy the park. Thank you.
I mentioned earlier that we have the principal from Lecky here, who was the principal at MC Terrell before that. And since she's here with some of her young folks, I'm going to ask her, because they will be using this facility and these opportunities, we hope already and soon, since school is back in. So, Tasha James, we'd like to hear a couple words from you on behalf of the kids at Lecky.
I'm sure. So on behalf of all of our parents, I'm a mom, and these are the kind of creature comforts that make schools attractive. And so with an extension right in our backyard, this is such a treat. So on behalf of the parents, on behalf of our students, we'd like to thank you for this. And our kids are very restless, so I hope it's time for us to go and play.
All right, before we do that, I see we have another ANC commissioner who has joined us. He doesn't represent this area or this commission, but he's often at these things that we do here and across the city. Commissioner Anthony Muhammad has joined us today too. Commissioner Muhammad, we're glad to have you. And on that note, Principal James, we're going to cut the ribbon now, okay? All right. Can we get the assembled here today to do the countdown for us from? Let's do it from 5, okay?
5, 4,